The Jordan River was once a lifeline for the region, but now it is disappearing. But as the water recedes, a surprising discovery has come to light. What has emerged from the dried riverbed? Find out in this groundbreaking video with the unknown facts. The lower Jordan River is vital to many people all around the world. However, the once powerful river has dwindled as a result of years of conflict, competition, and climate change. History and significance. Visitors travel from all over the world to see the river. Many people are motivated to touch the river's water by religious beliefs. According to the Bible, Jesus was baptized in the Jordan River. However, the river has also been a source of contention. When Israel and Jordan were at odds, a section of the river served as a dividing line. Jordan is separated from the Israeli-occupied West Bank, which Israel took in a 1967 conflict. Yana Abu Taleb is the Jordanian director of EcoPeace Middle East, a Jordanian, Palestinian, and Israeli environmental organization. It's obviously a casualty of the conflict, Abu Taleb remarked of the river. It's a victim of people because of what we did to the river, and now it's a victim of climate change. It's the victim in every aspect. According to EcoPeace, the lower Jordan River, which flows south from the Sea of Galilee, is under threat from years of water diversions for agriculture and development, as well as pollution. Only a small portion of its ancient water flow currently makes its way to the Dead Sea to the south. That is one of the reasons the Dead Sea has shrunk. Both the river's eastern and western banks, modern-day Jordan, have holy spots where religious rituals are held. The river is also significant as the site of miracles in the Old Testament, the early part of the Bible. Rustom Mkjian is the Director General of Jordan's Baptism Site Commission. Every year we commemorate interfaith harmony, he told the Associated Press. And among my favorite days in my life are days when I see Jews, Christians, and Muslims visit the place and all three of them cry. Efforts and challenges. EcoPeace Middle East has been promoting cooperation between those who have a vested interest in obtaining as much water from the river as feasible. The group's Israeli director is Gidon Bromberg. Any fresh water remaining in the river would have been considered in the past as boosting the adversary, he said. You can take anything you can. There's a legitimate demand for the water, Bromberg added. However, the conflict provides an incentive to take everything. As a result, the yearly flow of the lower Jordan into the Dead Sea has been estimated to be between 20 and 200 million cubic meters. This is far less than the previous record of 1.3 billion cubic meters. This information comes from a 2013 report by a United Nations Commission and a German government institute. A stressed-out environment. The Jordan River Basin is under severe environmental peril. The river, which has fed Levantine civilizations for thousands of years, is under unprecedented strain. Water quality and quantity have both declined significantly. The flow in the lower Jordan River, which runs from the Sea of Galilee to the Dead Sea, has dropped from 1.3 billion cubic meters per year to 70 to 100 million cubic meters per year. This decrease is due to a dramatic increase in demand, which has been driven by the fact that the populations of riparian states have multiplied over the last 70 years. Jordan, for example, grew from around 1 million to more than 10 million, while Israelis and Palestinians saw their populations skyrocket. Aquifers in the region are also badly depleted. Climate change has increased the river's stress, and droughts are becoming longer and deeper. Hotter summers, as in many other parts of the world, have increased evaporation in the basin. Climate change widens the gap between supply and demand, posing new concerns to food security. Financial crises have also stymied initiatives to revitalize the Dead Sea, reuse treated wastewater, and invest in renewable energy. To make matters worse, the majority of the Jordan River Basin countries' natural water resources are transboundary, which means they share the water. As a result, managing water needs is heavily reliant on the political relationships between the various countries. These are, of course, complex and turbulent relationships. The lack of a durable peace between Israel and Palestine, instability in Syria, and a significant refugee influx into Jordan are all ongoing challenges. Water scarcity, both in the Jordan River Basin and elsewhere, can contribute to instability. Some analysts believe that Syria's civil conflict was exacerbated by the country's terrible drought. However, it is not only population growth and politics, as well as the hydrological political feedback loop, that have made the Jordan River's condition so dangerous. There is also the issue of mishandling water resources. Mismanagement of Jordan River Basin water resources is a concern for all parties, and comprehensive reforms on both demand and supply are required. The depth and nature of water scarcity differ from country to country along the Jordan River. Lebanon, at Jordan's headwaters, has ample water for its inhabitants, primarily from springs in the country's well-watered mountains. However, its infrastructure is inadequate to get water to where it is needed, and there is always waste. Syria's vast, dry, and semi-arid hinterlands face acute water scarcity. Northeastern Syria is being harmed by a decrease in the flow of the Euphrates River caused by dam construction upstream in Turkey, while the entire country's water supplies have been harmed by mismanagement and civil strife. Jordan, for its part, is currently ranked as the world's second most water-stressed country by certain metrics. Water demands are predicted to outnumber available supplies by more than 26% by 2025. Jordan was in the grip of a full-fledged water crisis in 2013, having taken in approximately 1.4 million Syrian refugees. The West Bank's average water intake is less than the World Health Organization's designated minimal quantity. Furthermore, the Palestinian Water Authority lacks administrative authority to carry out its responsibilities, including managing its own water resources, because the Israeli military and civil administration have effective control over resources in the West Bank. According to Fuad Bateh and Rabi El-Sheikh in another report in this series, the water situation in Gaza is a disaster in terms of both quantity and quality. The coastal aquifer, the largest natural water supply, is overpumped, contaminated, and saline. Although the aquifer is located outside the Jordan River Basin, its condition is indicative of a larger problem with water mismanagement and overuse throughout the region. Tensions are also heightened by the terrible state of Gaza's coastal aquifer. Israel, too, is suffering from natural resource depletion. As a result, Israel has chosen unconventional water supplies to meet its needs, including large-scale seawater desalination and wastewater reuse. Political difficulties. As previously stated, reacting to the Jordan River Basin's approaching environmental problem and humanitarian water demands is more complicated than simply educating the various stakeholders on better management. Politics and economics, particularly the former, also get in the way. Geopolitical impasses have resulted in inaction on water management. Lebanon and Syria, both of which have no diplomatic connections with Israel, take unilateral approaches to water resources on the upper Jordan River north of the Sea of Galilee. There is the least chance of immediate collaboration in this sector. Cooperation between Jordan, Israel, and Palestine on the lower Jordan, on the other hand, has made significant progress. In 1994, Israel and Jordan negotiated a comprehensive peace accord that included water provisions. Israel and Jordan are today working at an advanced level, from sharing existing natural resources to collaboratively creating new ones. The two countries maintain an active Israeli-Jordanian Joint Water Committee that meets frequently. According to the Israeli-Jordan Pact, only 35 MCM, plus whatever was kept in the Sea of Galilee during the winter season, is transferred to Jordan each year, while other waters are discharged from the Jordanian side into Israel's southern Araba Valley. The countries are collaborating to restore the lower Jordan River by coordinating their individual master plans and collaborating to clean the river of contaminants and respond to floods. There are still significant issues. There is no lasting agreement between Israel and the Palestinian Authority. Of consensus contributes to a deep imbalance in relations and has resulted in Palestine's full reliance on Israeli policies, not only for water, but also for other resources. The terms of Article 40 of the Oslo II Accord of 1995 govern the governance of the West Bank water sector. Why did God dry up Jordan? 1. One clear reason why God dried up the Jordan River was to facilitate his people's conquest of Canaan. The snows on Mount Hermon were melting at this time of year, and the Jordan River would overrun its banks, becoming as broad as a mile in places. It was roughly a mile wide on the other side of Jericho. At this time of year, the people of Canaan had reason to be confident. No invading force could cross the Jordan and assault them. The Jordan stream was rapid. Enough rafts could not be built to convey enough war men across to lay siege to any of the Canaanite cities. However, God forces the Jordan River's waters to pool and the riverbed to dry up, The children of Israel can now march forward and take possession of Canaan because a new path had been opened up for them. 2. A new generation had succeeded the old. They too needed to see God's might manifested in the physical creation. This show of God's strength would give them confidence as they entered Canaan and faced odds that, from a military standpoint, would be impossible. The generation of Israelites who escaped Egypt witnessed God's great power over natural creation in the drying up of the Red Sea, Exodus 14:15-31. As a result, God exposes his strength to the new generation through the miracle of dyeing up the Jordan, just as he did to the previous generation of Israelites. God is exactly the same today as he was yesterday. Many theories have been proposed over the years as to why the Jordan River dried up. The landslide theory is the most prominent of these explanations. The theory is that a landslide occurred upstream, and Joshua just used the landslide to cross. Joshua 3:13, on the other hand, is prophetic. And it shall come to pass that when the souls of the priests who bear the ark of the Lord of all the land, should rest in the waters of Jordan, the waters of Jordan shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand upon a heap. 3. The drying up of Jordan cemented Joshua's status as leader. This event was foreseen by Joshua, and it occurred. Joshua's viewpoint was so validated. 4. The psychological destruction of the Canaanites was caused by the Jordan River drying up. The sight of Israel crossing a dried-up river shook the Canaanites' sense of security. If the inhabitants of Canaan's hearts warmed when they heard of the Red Sea miracle, they must have melted again when they saw the Jordan River dry up, according to Rahab. According to Joshua 5:1, this was the case. We hope you've enjoyed this video exploring the surprising discovery in the Jordan River. It's always fascinating to see how nature evolves and adapts even in unexpected ways. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching.